Okay, so what I wanted to do before we took our lunch break, we talked about leading without a title. Is that right? So do you need a title to be a leader? No. So last night, I was in Sweden. I was in Sweden before I came here to Moscow. And last night, I got into my hotel room, and I did my exercise, and then I had dinner. And the gentleman who delivered the room service in my hotel is a great example of a leader without a title. He wasn't the general manager of the hotel. He wasn't the VP of HR of the hotel. In his own words, he said, "I'm just a simple room service person." But he worked as if his work was the most important job in the world. Does that make sense? Right? He did his job as if he served room service like Picasso painted. And I thought he was a great example that we all can learn from, that regardless of what your work is, we all can have passion, we all can innovate, we all can show excellence. Anyone want to see a video of this man? Okay, great. So we're going to show a video of this person, and take notes. Before you show the video, take notes of what he's doing to show excellence and what he's doing to show leadership, because when we finish the video, we're going to take 15 minutes, and you're going to work with two people, and you're going to talk about what he did to show leadership and how you can use his example to be more successful in your work. Is that clear? Is that okay? Great. So let's have a look at the video, please. So hi, I'm in Moscow, one of my favorite cities in the world, and I'm at the Kempinski, Moscow, getting ready to give a leadership seminar tomorrow. And I want to first of all show you the view that I have out here. There's the Kremlin, and there's a view of downtown Moscow. And I just had a workout, which is so important when I'm on the road, and I ordered dinner, and I had a wonderful experience. I just met a leader without a title as I ordered dinner, and I want to introduce him to you. He's a great example of this whole idea of what leadership without a title is all about, and being a merchant of wow in the work you do. So hi there, Nikita. How are you?
Good evening, everybody. Very good.
And what do you do here at the Kempinski in Moscow?
So I'm just a simple waiter by the room service.
Just a simple waiter, you say? Well, you know, it's interesting. The way you treated me was spectacular. You were on time. You delivered the order. You were so passionate about the quality of your food. You have a smile on your face when you walked in. You know, there was this fruit that every guest gets here at this hotel. You saw that my previous fruit plate was empty, and you, without asking, or without me asking, you showed initiative and you said, "Would you like to get a new fruit plate?" And you went down and got that. You came back in here and I thanked you for it, and you even said, "My job here is to deliver whatever you want." And I'm sure you treat all your guests like that. Tell me a little bit about why you behave so excellently. You don't have a title here, do you?
Absolutely not, but you know what I'm saying, you just have to love your job, and when you love your job, to love the job you do, everything's going to be all right. You have to bring the best service to the guest, and when you like to bring the best service to the guest, everything is correct. You know, you get the guest smiling, and you smile also, and if you're just passionate, if you are engaged in this business, and everything's going to be all right. It's very simple. So simple as that. There is nothing difficult here. You just smile, you just do all the things, what you can do, and what the guests like, and just to be polite and to have a smile on your face and do all the standards we have here in the hotel. You know just a little bit, then you can bring the best service.
Let me ask you a question, Nikita. Where did you learn this philosophy from?
This philosophy, you know, I'm a student of the 4th course of People's University, People's Friendship University, and I just love it. I just studying the hotel business, and I really love this sphere, and it's interesting for me, and I like to learn something new every day about this business. That's why I'm here, and I just like the job I do, and that's the main thing. The simple. If you like your job everything's going to be.
And let me ask you a question. When you make a customer smile, like you wowed me here. I've been on this trip. I've been in a number of cities. I'm here in Russia. I love this land of Pushkin and Tolstoy. And you wowed me by the way you treated me, by your attention to detail, by your passion for adding value to your customer. How do you feel when you treat someone so well and make someone else so happy?
You know, the main thing by my work, if you have some problems at home, you have some problems at school, you have some problems, I don't know, in your life, when you come here to the guest, you just have to forget about it and just to talk with the guest in his way. And when you like talking to the guest like talking to you. So simple as that. You don't need nothing. You need nothing.
And
you just forget about your problems. You enter here and you just behave yourself like the guest is behaving to you. You know, there are some situations when the guest tells you, okay, you are now free, come on. You just go out, okay, there's no problem. But when you like talking to the guest likes talking to you. And he likes the service, you like the way you treat him. So simple as that.
well, you're going to be a leadership speaker yourself. You're going to put me out of business the way you're going. No, I really appreciate that. And final question. My whole message is you don't need a title to be a leader. Every single one of us within an organization can show leadership within our role, regardless of what our business card says. Do you agree that you don't need a title to show leadership in your work?
I absolutely agree. You just don't need a title. When you like your job, you can't be a housekeeper. You can't be, you know, a janitor just polishing some floors. And when you do it with a passion, it's going to be all right. It's going to be the best work you did.
Great, Nikita. It's been a pleasure meeting you here in Moscow. I thank you very much for the opportunity to have me interview you. You're okay with me showing this to my audiences around the world?
So thank you very much. I really appreciate what you have done for me.
Well, you take great care, and I wish you every success in your career.
Thank you very much. I was glad to talk with you. Bye.
So do you need a title to be a leader? Absolutely not. Okay. All right. So I'm going to get into, before I explain the five things leaders without a title do. One of the things I want to offer to you is one of the most important keys to building your business is 3 principles. Anyone want to know what the 3 principles are? Focus, number 1. If you really want to grow your business, get to world class, number 1 is focus. Number 2, second, focus. Number 3, so the 3 most important rules for building your business and getting to world class is focus, focus, focus. Oh, and anyone want to know the 4th rule? 4th rule is the most important one. Focus. Focus. So it's really important to remember that time plus focus equals genius. The more you focus on a few things over time, you will create spectacular results. I'll give you an example. How many people like art? Anyone like art? Okay, I love Picasso. I love Picasso. So one day Picasso was in the market, and this woman saw Picasso. And so she ran up to Picasso, and she said, "Mr. Picasso, how are you doing? I'm a huge fan of yours." And he said, "I'm fine." She said, "Mr. Picasso, could you draw a drawing for me?" So she pulled out a piece of paper, and she gave him a pencil, and he drew a drawing. And he gave it to the woman, and the woman looked at it, and she said, "Fantastic, Mr. Picasso. This is a beautiful drawing. Thank you so much." And she started to walk away. And Mr. Picasso looked at her, and he said, "Excuse me, that will be $1 million. And she said, Mr. Picasso, it took you 30 seconds to draw that. Why are you charging me $1 million? And he said, "Because it took me 30 years to be able to do that in 30 seconds. So please write this down. Please write this down. Most people know a lot about many things. Most people know a lot about many things. Most people know a lot about many things. Geniuses know a lot about a few things. Geniuses know a lot about a few things. And if you could turn down your headsets, or if you have one headset in your ear, put both on. But turn down your headsets, please. Some of them are. So geniuses, thank you. So geniuses know a lot about a few things. So if you want to, one of the secrets of the best leaders and the best business people is they pick a few things to be best in world at, and every day they focus on those skills. So there's an acronym that I want to share with you to remind you when you go to work, there are 5 things to focus on. 5 things. And the acronym is IMAGE. IMAGE. The I in IMAGE will remind you of the importance of innovation. The most successful leaders are all about innovation. I'm going to summarize what innovation is in one sentence. Innovation is about making everything you touch better than you find it. This is a fundamental. As you grow this organization, as you grow your business, remember this simple idea. Innovation is about making everything you touch better than you find it. Everything. So if you look at a great champion, if you look at a great business person, if you look at a great artist, they are never satisfied with excellence. They want to make everything better. So innovation is about making everything you touch better than you find it. And related to that, leaving every person you meet better than you find that person. Make a commitment today to leave every person you meet better than you find them. Almost be like a gardener. Every person in front of you, you plant a seed. You plant a seed of your business opportunity. You plant a seed and build a relationship. You know what? It sounds so simple, but smiling can actually improve your sales, improve your career. Smiling is so powerful. Psychology shows that actually when you smile, everyone smile at me. When you smile, this is truth. This is backed up by evidence now, by psychological evidence. When you smile, it's not possible for you to be scared, and it's not possible for you to feel stress. Everyone smile. The very fact of smiling makes you feel better. How many people feel better when you smile? I'm curious. So you'll feel better when you smile, but also when you smile, you make the other people open up to you. So innovate by making everything you do better every day, and innovate by leaving every person you meet better than you found them. Okay? Nike is one of our clients. They have a very simple idea. Make tomorrow better than today. Please write that down. Nike. Make tomorrow better than today. Make tomorrow better than today. My goal in my life, I have a very simple goal. I want to make every year better than my last year. How many people would like to have that goal? Every single year is better than your previous year. Show of hands. Very powerful. You don't want to live in the past. You want to make every year better than your previous year. So innovate. Number 2, what I've realized is the best business people that we've worked with are merchants of wow. So if your customers only like you, you're in danger of losing the customer. You want to be so good in your work. You want to add so much value. You want to be so helpful for the people you do business with that they cannot work without you. Steve Martin. Everyone know who Steve Martin is, the comedian? He said, Be so good at what you do that they can't ignore you. Be so good at what, right, be so good at what you do that they can't ignore you. Another business person said, be so good at what you do that you are the only one who can do what you do. So the second thing in this acronym image is become a merchant of wow. Did everyone see Nikita, that man from the hotel? Was he a merchant of wow? He wasn't okay. He wasn't mediocre. He wasn't a general manager. He was in his own words, he was an ordinary person who works in room service. But he made me go, wow. Why? Because of his initiative. And did anyone notice his passion? He was passionate. Did anyone notice how much he loved his work? He was so passionate. He was so engaged. He was so excellent. Every day he said, I try to make my work better. So be a merchant of wow. So when people think of you, they don't say, oh, he's pretty good. He's not bad. He's fairly good. They say, wow. 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 And another reason to be excellent, this is very important. Psychologically, we are happiest when we're doing great work. You will be more fulfilled in your life when the inner leader inside of you says, I am great at what I do. How many people think it will make you happier and you will feel more fulfilled if you're great at your work? One of the best in the world at what you do. Show of hands. Excellent. Excellent. So be great at your work. Be a merchant of wow. Number 3, be authentic. So what I've realized is if you really want to be a leader without a title, and I know you do, it's important to be authentic. What does being authentic mean? Jack Welch from General Electric said, don't lose yourself on the way to the top. In other words, as you become more and more successful, and you will as you apply these ideas, don't forget who you are. Don't forget your values. Don't forget why you're in business. You're in business to help people, to create value for people. So being authentic is being comfortable in your own skin. Now here's a very important point. If you're not comfortable in your own skin, and if you don't have a strong relationship with yourself, you can't build a strong relationship with anyone else. If you're uncomfortable with who you are, the people around you will feel uncomfortable in their relationship with you. So be authentic, be yourself, live by your values. Now, being authentic also means that you express the best within you. Being authentic means that you live your potential. Please write this down. Potential unexpressed turns to pain. Potential unexpressed turns to pain. In other words, if you do not express the potential that's inside you, if you do not live your dreams, if you do not bring your absolute best to the people you work with, to your team, to your marketplace, that potential will turn to pain. Because we all have a leader inside of us who watches everything that we do. And when we are not being authentic by expressing our best, by being excellent, by running to our fears, we start to close. And that potential turns into pain and suffering. Does that make sense? Does everyone understand what I said? And that's why there are so many angry people in this world. That's why there are so many angry people in this world. That's why there are so many people that eat too much. That's why there are so many people who gossip too much. That's why there are too many people who watch 3 or 4 hours of TV every night. Because deep inside, they're feeling sadness. They're feeling pain. And rather than feeling that pain, they cover the pain and they medicate the pain with too much food, too much worry, too much TV, too much gossip. But the truth is, they're really in pain. And they're in pain because they have not been authentic to themselves. And how have they not been authentic to themselves? They haven't been excellent. They haven't used the genius that's inside of them. One of the saddest things that can happen to you is to get to the end of your life and be laying on your deathbed and realized you did not use your leadership potential. You did not dream big. You did not take risks. You did not take action. You did not express your absolute best. And ladies and gentlemen, I say this with great respect. If getting to the end of your life and feeling that you are fully spent because you have been excellent is the most important thing at the end, why not make it the most important thing now?